Look at you. Is this really the life you imagined? Wake up. Not from sleep, from the lie you've been living. You wake up every day, do the same things, think the same thoughts, complain about the same problems, and then you wonder why nothing changes. That's not bad luck. That's unconscious living. You are alive, but you are not present. You are breathing, but you are not deciding. Life is not happening to you. It's happening because of you, and that truth hurts. You say you want success. You say you want respect. You say you want to become something powerful, but your daily actions whisper a different story. They whisper comfort. They whisper distraction. They whisper escape. A man without focus is a man already defeated, because he never even enters the battle. Look around you. This world is designed to keep you asleep, endless scrolling, cheap pleasure, noise everywhere. They don't want you strong. They want you distracted, because a focused man is dangerous. Focus is not talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. Focus is a decision, a brutal one. The moment you choose focus, you declare war. War on comfort. War on excuses. War on the weak version of yourself. And make no mistake, the weak version of you will fight back. It will say, relax. It will say, you deserve rest. It will say, do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is the graveyard of dreams. How many tomorrows have you wasted already? Be honest. How many chances did you get that you didn't take seriously? How many times did life whisper, this is your moment, and you replied, later? Later turned into years. Lions don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't overthink. They lock in. They hunt. Focus is what separates kings from crowds. When you focus, you stop reacting. You start leading. When you focus, you stop consuming. You start creating. When you focus, you stop asking for permission. You start building in silence. Ask yourself this question, and don't run from it. When was the last time you sat alone? No phone, no music, no distraction, and thought deeply about your life, your goals, your failures, your direction. If that silence scares you, it's because you've been avoiding yourself. Most men are afraid of silence, because silence forces truth, and truth is uncomfortable, but discomfort is where growth begins. Storms don't ask if you're ready. Life doesn't slow down because you're confused. Time doesn't care about your feelings. Every second you stay unconscious, someone else is getting ahead, not because they're better, but because they're focused. This is not motivation. This is a warning. You are either waking up now, or life will wake you up later with pain. Loss, regret, missed opportunities. Pain is the teacher you meet when you ignore discipline, so listen carefully. No one is coming to save you. No miracle is on the way. No perfect moment is waiting. This is the moment. Stand up. Straighten your back. Lift your eyes. Decide who you are going to be. A man who drifts, or a man who directs his life. Choose focus, because the moment you do, everything changes. Look at your reflection. Really look. Do you see the man who promised himself greatness, and then kept settling? Every morning, you make promises to yourself. I'll wake up early, I'll train today, I'll read, I'll study, I'll improve. And yet, Day after day, you break those promises. Do you know what that does? It fractures your soul. It builds a voice inside you, quiet at first, then loud, persistent. The voice that whispers, "You are not enough," every time you betray yourself. You teach your mind a simple truth: your word doesn't matter, and a man who cannot trust himself will never be trusted by the world. Stop right there. Right now. Understand this. Your enemy isn't your job. It isn't the economy. It isn't your circumstances. It's you. You are sabotaging the very person you are trying to become. Look at your habits. The small choices. The little compromises. The tiny just this once excuses, they add up. They define your life. And they are killing you quietly, because the world doesn't wait. Life doesn't pause for your hesitation. Every second you break your word, your future self is watching. And he is disappointed. Discipline isn't flashy. It doesn't make a scene. It isn't motivational quotes. It's unseen, quiet, unyielding. Self-respect is built in moments no one notices. When you choose to do the hard thing, even when you don't feel like it, even when no one is watching, every time you say "I can't," or "maybe tomorrow," you shrink a little more. Every time you keep your promises, you grow stronger. You become a man of steel, unshakable, unbreakable. Let me tell you something the weak men never understand. It's not about grand gestures. It's about small, repeated actions. Your success is forged in the mundane. In the quiet hours you didn't feel like working. In the mornings you dragged yourself out of bed. In the repetition no one applauded. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Ask yourself, what kind of man do you want to be? The man who flinches at discomfort, or the man who conquers it? Look at your life again. Notice the pattern. Notice the compromises. Notice where you settle, and now make this vow not to anyone else, but to the man staring back at you. I will not break my promises. I will show up. I will do what I said I would do. No excuses. No shortcuts. I am the one I can count on. Because if you cannot trust yourself, if you cannot be loyal to the one person who matters most, you will never reach your potential. The world will test you. Opportunities will tempt you. Distractions will pull you away. People will doubt you. But none of that matters. What matters is this: do you keep your word to yourself? Do you honor your commitments? Do you respect the man you are becoming? Every time you act in alignment with your word, you take one step closer to freedom. One step closer to power. One step closer to the life you have been dreaming about. And one day, when the world doubts you, when challenges rise, when storms hit, you will stand tall, because no one can break a man who has never broken himself. No one can stop a man who has mastered his own word. No one can derail a man who respects himself enough to act. Even when fear whispers, even when comfort calls, even when every excuse seems valid, you will know discipline. You will know courage. You will know freedom. It all starts with a promise. A promise to yourself. A promise you will never break. Now rise. Look at your reflection one last time. And say it loud: I am loyal to myself. I am disciplined. I will honor my word. I am a man who keeps his promises. Do this every day, and watch how the world bends to the man you are becoming. The weak will falter. The distracted will fall. The fearful will remain broken. But you, the one who stops betraying himself, you will rise, because self-trust is the first weapon of a warrior. And now, it is yours. Comfort is a prison. And most men don't even realize they are locked inside it. Soft beds, warm blankets, endless scrolling. Cheap pleasures, they whisper to you, relax, rest, enjoy this moment. And little by little, they steal your fire. Do you feel that emptiness gnawing inside? That longing for something more? That hunger you can't name? It's the price of comfort. The quiet, slow death of potential. Look around you. Everything that grows, everything that thrives, faces resistance. Nothing powerful emerges from ease. The lion doesn't sleep all day. It hunts. It faces storms. It fights for survival. Steel is forged under immense pressure. Diamonds are crushed by unimaginable force. Great men are molded through struggle, pain, and relentless effort. And yet, here you are, settling for the soft, the easy, the safe. Let me tell you something harsh. Comfort is your enemy. It disguises itself as safety. It whispers that you're fine. It convinces you to settle, and every time you listen, you weaken. You shrink. You betray the warrior inside you. The man who chooses comfort over challenge will never know true strength. He will never feel the fire of victory. He will never stand at the peak and feel the thrill of accomplishment. But the man who faces discomfort head-on, the man who embraces pain, struggle, and hard work, he becomes unstoppable. He becomes legendary. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you did something truly hard? Not easy, not convenient, not comfortable, hard, painful, risky, worth it. If you can't remember, that's a warning. Life is calling you. The universe is challenging you. And you are hiding in the shadows of comfort. Every morning you wake up without a purpose. Every evening you sleep without progress. You are wasting precious time, time that will never return. The greatest moments of your life do not happen in comfort. They happen in chaos, in struggle, in storms where only the brave survive. Do you want to be remembered as a man who chose ease over excellence? Do you want to spend your life wondering what could have been? Or do you want to become a man of fire? A man who faces the storm and rises above it. Discomfort is not punishment. It is your training ground. Every pain, every struggle, every difficult choice is a hammer shaping your destiny. Stop scrolling. Stop hiding. Stop making excuses. Wake up early. Train your body. Strengthen your mind. Challenge yourself every single day, because every moment you choose comfort, you steal from the man you are meant to become. This is not motivational fluff. This is truth. And the truth hurts. The path of greatness is steep. It is lonely. It is relentless. It demands sacrifice. It demands courage. Comfort offers you none of that. It offers a soft, quiet death. You were not born to be soft. You were born to rise, to fight, to conquer. The man who embraces discomfort will find freedom. The man who embraces challenge will find power. The man who embraces pain will find purpose. Look in the mirror. Are you a man of comfort? Or are you a man of courage? Do you hear that? All the voices around you. The endless chatter. The advice. The criticism. The opinions that don't matter, but somehow control you. They are loud. They are persistent. And they are killing your focus. Look at your life. How much of it is truly yours? How much of it is molded by what others think? How much of it is dictated by trends, social media, and meaningless approval? The world has perfected a system to distract you, to keep you small, to keep you following, not leading. Stop listening to people who have never built anything. Stop explaining your dreams to those who cannot understand them. Silence is power. Distraction is weakness. Noise destroys kings before they even rise. Lions don't ask for advice from sheep. Kings don't seek permission from their subjects. Men who create their own destiny move quietly. Think about it. Every second you spend reacting to someone else's opinion, you are giving away your life, your energy, your focus, notifications, messages, gossip, debates. All of it is a thief in disguise. It steals your attention. It steals your momentum. It steals your destiny. You don't need to be liked. You don't need to be understood. You don't need approval. You need focus. You need vision. You need silence to build what no one else can see. Ask yourself, when was the last time you spent an entire day without distraction? No phone, no news, no social media. Just you, your thoughts, and your mission. If you can't remember, that's the problem. Noise is convenient. It feels good. It feels like connection. But it's a mask. A mask for weakness. A mask for fear. You are afraid to be alone with your thoughts. You are afraid of what you might find. You are afraid of the responsibility silence will demand. But in silence, you will discover your power. You will discover your purpose. You will discover the man you were meant to be. Imagine a warrior before battle. He doesn't talk to everyone. He doesn't explain his strategy. He doesn't seek validation. He focuses. He prepares. He sharpens every weapon, mind, body, and spirit. That's what you must do. Cut the noise. Cut the distractions. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Protect your mind, because when you are distracted, you are weak. And the world has no mercy for the weak. People will try to drag you into arguments. They will criticize your choices. They will question your methods. Let them. The man who moves in silence is unstoppable. The man who ignores the noise builds empires. The man who protects his focus writes history. Your mission does not require applause. It requires action. Not explanation. Not discussion. Action every time you feel the urge to react. Pause. Ask yourself, does this move me closer to my goals? Or does it steal my focus? If it steals focus, cut it out. Every moment you reclaim from distraction is a moment you invest in yourself. Every boundary you set strengthens your armor. Every piece of noise you ignore sharpens your mind. Lions do not announce their hunts. Kings do not ask for permission. Men who succeed in life act quietly and strike decisively, And that is how you win. The world will shout. It will demand attention. It will try to pull you into chaos. Do not give it what it wants. Silence is not weakness. Silence is preparation. Silence is power. Protect it. Cultivate it. Use it. Because the man who can move through the noise unshaken becomes a force the world cannot ignore. Fear, it's been running your life silently, relentlessly. It whispers in your ear, what if you fail? What if they laugh? What if you're not enough? And you listen. You hesitate. You shrink. You wait. Look at yourself. How much of your life has been stolen by fear? Every dream you postponed. Every opportunity you let slip. Every bold move you avoided. Fear is a liar. It doesn't want to protect you. It wants to keep you small. It wants to keep you safe. In mediocrity, the man you want to become will never exist in comfort. He will never exist in fear. He will only exist in the fire. The fire of risk. The fire of uncertainty. The fire of action. Every man you admire, the warriors, the kings, the legends, they felt fear. They felt the cold sweat of doubt. They felt the weight of failure on their shoulders, but they moved anyway. Even shaking. Even uncertain. Even scared. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action in the presence of fear. Ask yourself, how long will you let fear dictate your life? How many dreams will you kill before you realize that fear is just a shadow? Fear only has power if you give it power. The first step is always the hardest. Your hands shake. Your heart races. Your mind screams at you to retreat. Good. That means you are alive. That means you are about to grow. The brave do not wait for confidence. They create it through action. They do not wait for courage. They forge it in the flames of challenge. Fear lies. It tells you you're not ready. It tells you to wait. It tells you everyone else is better. But here is the truth. You are ready. The world does not wait for readiness. It does not pause for permission. It does not care if you are prepared. The storm comes anyway. The opportunity waits only for the bold. And the moment to act is always now. Every time you hesitate, someone else moves. Every time you delay, someone else rises. Fear is the voice of the weak. Courage is the roar of the warrior. Do you want to be a whisper in the crowd, or a force the world cannot ignore? The man who walks through fear becomes unstoppable. He learns that failure is a lesson, not a sentence. He learns that judgment is meaningless unless you value it. He learns that uncertainty is a companion to growth. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff. Below, chaos. Above, potential. Fear says, step back. Courage says, leap. The man who listens to fear stays in the valley. The man who listens to courage soars. You cannot wait to feel brave. You cannot wait to feel confident. You cannot wait to feel ready. You create bravery by acting. You create confidence by moving forward. You create readiness by doing. Every time you face fear, you grow stronger. Every time you act despite fear, you take one step closer to your destiny, and one day, fear will no longer control you. It will still exist, but it will no longer dominate your choices. You will walk through it. You will stand tall against it. You will thrive because of it. The weak will let fear stop them. The ordinary will let fear shape them. But you, the one listening to this message, you will rise, because fear is not the end of your story. It is the forge of your power. It is the fire that will burn away hesitation. It is the storm that tests your mettle. Step forward. Even scared. Even unsure. Even trembling. Do it anyway. And when you do, you will discover a strength you never knew existed. You will discover a man who cannot be stopped. You will discover a man who cannot be broken. You will discover a man who finally owns his life. Fear lies. You do not act now. Rise now. Become unstoppable. Your feelings lie. They change. They twist. They betray you every single day. Some mornings you wake up motivated. Some mornings you wake up defeated. Some mornings you feel like a king. Some mornings you feel like a beggar, and you let that dictate your actions. That stops. Today, discipline does not care about your feelings. It does not care if you are tired. It does not care if you are upset. It does not care if you are scared. Discipline is doing what needs to be done. Even when every part of you wants to quit. Even when your mind screams later. Even when the world tells you it's okay to stop. Motivation is a spark. It ignites action. Sometimes. But it is fleeting. It comes and goes. It abandons you in the middle of the battle. Discipline is fire. Relentless, unwavering, constant. The man who lives by discipline is unstoppable. He does not wait to feel like it. He does it anyway. Your emotions are a storm. Sometimes calm. Sometimes violent. Sometimes blinding. But the disciplined man is the lighthouse. Steady, guiding, unshaken. Ask yourself, how many dreams have you abandoned because you didn't feel like it? How many goals slipped away because you waited for motivation? The truth is this: feelings follow action, not the other way around. You don't train because you feel strong. You feel strong because you trained. You don't rise because you feel confident. You feel confident because you rose. Your emotions are slaves to your habits. Your habits define your future. Your future belongs to the disciplined. Look at every man who has achieved greatness. Do you think he woke up every day feeling motivated? Do you think he always felt like it? No, he acted every day. No excuses. No delays. Storms hit him. People doubted him. He failed repeatedly, but he acted anyway. Even when scared. Even when tired. Even when the odds were against him. That is discipline. That is power. That is freedom. Weak men live by moods. Strong men live by standards. Standards are unyielding. Standards are invisible armor. Standards are the unspoken rule of the warrior. Decide your standard. Decide who you are. Decide what you will do, no matter how you feel. Every day you act, despite resistance, you grow. Every day you honor your standards, you strengthen your character. Every day you choose action over feelings, you step closer to the life you were meant to live. Discipline is not glamorous. It is not loud. It is boring. It is repetitive. It is relentless, and that is why few men possess it. Few men master it. Few men rise above mediocrity, but you, You are not few. You are choosing now. You are choosing to act when the world feels heavy. You are choosing to be relentless. Pain will come. Frustration will come. Fear will come, but the disciplined man does not stop. He marches forward. He conquers discomfort. He masters chaos. Your feelings are clouds. They pass. But your standards, your discipline remain. The mountain beneath them. Rise above your moods. Rise above your emo.